Our verse for today is Judges chapter 6, verse 15, and this is at the beginning of the story of Gideon. The verse says, "He responded, 'But sir, how can I deliver Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family.'" Boy, if you have ever felt small or inadequate for a task or something you had to do, you have felt like Gideon. The story of Gideon begins in Judges chapter 6 and verse 1, where we learn that their survival of their tribe is at risk because the Midianites and the Amalekites are confiscating their food, the food the people need to survive. Now, the Midianites were the descendants of Midian, who came from Moses, the line of Moses. The Amalekites were among the tribes that descended from Esau. So Gideon is in the weakest clan. He's the least in his family. He's the least likely person to be a judge or a hero who will deliver his people. And so Gideon is so shocked at being asked to do what he's being asked to do, to deliver his people from the Midianites, that he basically begs the messenger of the Lord not to get angry with him, but, gee, if I put out this fleece, will you see that the fleece is moist and the ground around it isn't? And then when that happens, he asks for the reverse to take place. And he's this reluctant guy going forward. And finally, he takes up the charge and he gets 22,000 men ready to fight. And God says, "You've got too many men." So he tells Gideon to tell some of them, "Anyone's got an issue, go ahead and go home." 12,000 guys leave. He's got 10,000 men left. Gideon's getting nervous. He doesn't think he can do it. God says, "You still got too many." Tells him to go take a drink. Cuts them from 10,000 men down to 300 guys. And now says, "Now go fight and win the battle." And Gideon's like, "You got to be kidding me. How is this possible?" But it's because God doesn't like to share credit. God knew if they won the battle with 22,000 men or even 10,000, that Gideon might get puffed up and so might the people. But with only 300, the only way they can win is if God delivers them. God doesn't like to share the credit, so to God be the glory. The next time you may be feeling small or inadequate, just remember, pray for the Lord's help, because if God's on your side, there's no project too big that you can't handle it.